And here we are. Darkness Ablaze is officially available on PTCGO, and I have 75 packs to open. There's no real easy way to say this. I absolutely must open at least one Crobat V and one or two Eternatus VMAX in my opening today, or the one I'm doing tomorrow. The cards are super expensive, and I really don't want to have to trade away all of my cards and all of my other packs just to afford them. So there's a lot riding on this open. However, on this opening, not this open, what am I talking about? However, I'm going to take a quick break and just, that's not the description I want. I'm going to read this. The description for Darkness Ablaze is kind of amazing. The Velvet Knight glows, burns, and blazes astoundingly bright as the legendary Pokemon Eternatus arrives as a Pokemon V alongside Centiskorch, Mew, Galarian Slowbro, and many others. You'll also find towering Pokemon VMAX in their Gigantamax forms, Charizard, Grimmsnarl, Butterfree, and more. Light a fire with the Pokemon TCG Sword and Shield Darkness Ablaze expansion. I just really like the Velvet Knight glows, burns, and blazes astoundingly bright. I just really like that. But enough talking, let's start with the Evolution Pack, and if you've never opened one, there's no mystery, it just cracks right open, and I was gonna say, Kangaskhan is the one I want the least. It's Kangaskhan, Decidueye, Hydreigon, and Arctozolt. Arctozolt is my number one, and this one is kind of terrible. For some reason, you get Rowlet and Dartrix, but no Decidueye. You get one copy of Birdkeeper. The Kangaskhan one is definitely the worst. Swanna it's just a bad card. Yes, you can attack for free if you play Birdkeeper, but it's a stage 1 that does 140. That's not amazing, and you have to discard a card. So, number 1 was a bust. Please don't be Kangaskhan again. Yes, second Arctozolt. I opened one earlier. So I'm definitely building an Arctozolt deck, probably with Shuckle. And I'm really excited for it, and I really want to have a playset of these. And yeah, you get some rare fossils. It's not that exciting. Kabu's in there. Can't even click on it. Okay, let's see another one. Can I get all 4? I cannot get all 4, but I'm happy. So, what do you think? Is the last one going to be Decidueye or Hydreigon? I say Decidueye. And it was Hydreigon. Okay. It has a really good ability. As often as you like during your turn, attach a Darkness Energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. So it's literally just Magnezone. And yeah, nothing too crazy. Got the new Darkrai. Vortex of Darkness. It just does more damage for the Dark Energy. And aside from that, you do get a Piers. So that's pretty good. And you get the Vanilluxe. I have so many Vanilluxe because I've opened these pre-release kits and it's in there. Once during your turn, if this is your active, you can flip a coin. If heads, your opponent is paralyzed. That's really good, especially because it combos with Air Balloon. But enough with this. Let's get to the real pack opening here. Alright, so my first on-camera pack, what am I going to pull? What do you think it's going to be? What do you think the first card's going to be? What do you think the first Ultra Rare is going to be? I'm thinking Rhyperior is going to be the bane of my existence. There's a Gothitelle and a Manectric. Flash Impact. This also does 30 damage to one of your bench Pokemon. That's bad. What about Gothitelle? Choose 2 random cards from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals those cards and shuffles them into their deck. So that's Trevenant and Dusknoir. That's pretty good. And Fear of the Forest. If Limwood Tangle is in play, this attack does 60 more damage. So that's... If you're a new player and you want a pretty powerful card that will win you some games, go with Shiinotic. Otherwise, this is not playable. And Carnivine, yeah. No thank you, Carnivine. And a very, very sad-looking Toxel there. Okay, next pack. I did open, I think, 3 packs before filming, so not everything's going to show up as new, and there's a Gothitelle. So I got Gothitelle, Gothorita, and no Gothita. That's a little disappointing. And no trainers either. Trainers are very important when a new set comes out, because they always have value. And there's Greedent. Smack and Run. Does 100 damage, and you get to put this Pokemon in all cards attached into your hand. Wow, that is really good. How did I not pay attention to this? 100 damage and you put it into your hand? That works perfectly with Lily's Pokédoll. And the Horn. Both active Pokemon are now confused. And Mad Party. I opened Poltegeist in, I think, 2 of my 3 packs, and I haven't opened a single other Mad Partier. So I don't know if the pull rates for that are skewed higher or something. And there's Glimwood Tangle and a Melmetal. What is with this? I want some good cards here. Give me something I can trade for 100 packs or something. Come on. Okay, there's a Piers. That's pretty good. And just a Mimikyu. Your opponent's bench Pokemon can't be healed. That's fine. It's not amazing. It's fine. You know, there's better Mimikyu out there. And my first, a lot of firsts here. Okay, so Billowing Smoke. They have to discard their prize card if they take it. That's fine, but I think there's just so many better tool cards in play in the game that you won't play that. Heat Fire Energy. The fire Pokemon this card is attached to gets 20 plus 20 HP. That's really good. If you're playing a fire deck, you may as well play this. Relicanth, that just helps you get your rare fossils. Rose Tower, that's the draw 3. That was in my top 10 list. And Blaziken, I think I have to build this deck because it loses Diancie, but it's a dual type. So it's fire and fighting as long as it's in play, and Turbo Drive powers up your Pokemon. So you can use Heat Fire Energy, and you can use Diancie and Karate Belt and all this other stuff. So I think it's definitely worth playing. You know, Martial Arts Dojo if you put a fighting energy. So I think it's worth building. And this card, this is not a good card. I mean, it's just not. And let's see, is there anything else good here? Hey, my first Bunnelby is a reverse holo. I don't even have the regular one. It's a common. And old PC, you will be seeing this card in a deck. Flip 2 coins at both their heads, put a card from your discard pile into your hand. I mean, certain decks would really love that. Even the inconsistency of it is still pretty good. And there's my first Bunnelby and my 10th Vanilluxe, my first reverse holo Bird Keeper. But okay, just to talk about the hit ratio here. Really, I've pulled 2 Vanilluxe before I've pulled an Ultra Rare, and there's my first Dedenne as well. I should probably put that for want just in case. But the pull rates. Okay, so I'm opening 75 packs. Let's just call it 72. Oh, geez. Okay. 72 is 2 booster boxes. If this was real life, I'd get at least 16 hits, on average. So far, I have 0. And there's the Hiding Energy. Dark Pokemon this is attached to has no retreat cost. That's really good. More Bunnelby. Big Parasol. As long as the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot, prevent all effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to all of your Pokemon. So, I mean, there's probably going to be some rule clarifications with this. But I think for Dragapult VMAX, if your active Pokemon has Big Parasol, then they can't spread damage counters to your bench Pokemon. That's how I understand it. And I mean, I'm in the right direction. I have a holo, and there's Powerful Energy. Probably my favorite of the new energies. Colorless Pokemon do 20 more damage. Porygon Z accelerates Special Energy. This is a Special Energy. It's really good. But I want Ultra Rares, and I need Crobat, and I need Eternatus. And there's Decidueye, my fourth Decidueye. I can build the deck. That is the first deck I'm going to be playing, so that's really good. I knew the pull rates were going to be horrible, so I went out and got some. But I didn't think they'd be this horrible. I thought I would have pulled something so far, and I still don't have anything, and that's just a reprint of the one from Marvel Clash. What is going on? And Struggle Gloves. If the Pokemon this card is attached to has weakness to your opponent's active Pokemon's type, is attached to 30 more damage. This is a card that I'm glad exists, but it won't be very playable. What'll happen is that it's going to help keep one deck from getting... Are you kidding me? My first hit is a Galarian Stunfisk V after I spent all day getting a playset of these. Oh dear. But, I mean, it was on my list, right? But that's my first hit. I guess I should write it down just to be safe so I don't forget about it. And the hits did not continue. And there's a Flygon. As long as this is in the active, your opponent's active Pokemon can't retreat. That's fine. I really do like the art, though. That's a really cool Flygon art. And you discard a Stadium, prevent all damage from and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. So that's good if they keep putting Stadiums in play, but Otherwise, it's useless. And so I have one hit so far. I think I'm almost 20 packs in. And there's a useless Kangaskhan. So this has been really bad, but if you've watched any of my openings before, you'll know that this is just pretty much par for the course. And Familiar Bell. Search your deck for a Pokemon with the same name as a Pokemon in your discard pile, reveal it, and put it into your hand. I mean, I think it'll make its way into decks, right? Right? And then triple poison, put 3 damage counters. That's, nothing special there. But I think Familiar Bell does have a place in some decks because it's just a free Pokemon search card. Like, how is that bad? If your opponent's active Pokemon has no damage counters, this attack does nothing. So, I mean, you could put that with like Galarian Zigzagoon, but it only does 80 damage. That doesn't seem very good. Okay, let's get some things here. That's not some things. Another Manectric. Okay. Did the developers like turn down the pull rates or something? Because this is really horrible. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, look at this. 1 pull so far, and it's Galarian Stunfisk V. Okay, something good's in this pack. I can feel it. No, but I did get my first Toxtricity. Flip a coin. If heads, discard the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck. If tails, discard the top 5 cards of your deck. Obviously, that's hilarious, and Glimwood Tangle prevents it being too crazy. Prevents it from being too crazy. I'm definitely going to build a deck at some point. Just don't expect it to go well. And Grimmsnarl VMAX. I am not excited about this card at all. It does 170 for 3 energy, and it can do 270 for 5 energy. Eternatus VMAX can do 270 for 2 energy. Granted, you do have to have a lot of bench Pokemon. I'm not excited for Grimmsnarl VMAX, so I'll probably try and trade it just to get some more packs for tomorrow's opening. And Spike Myth. Whenever a player's active Pokemon moves to the bench, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. Works perfectly with Spiritomb. What do we got? Escavalier with Fury Cutter. Fury Cutter is a move they keep printing over and over again, and no one ever uses it. When they give us... And there's another Milotic. When they give us a better Fury Cutter attack, like flip 1 coins, 10 damage, flip 2, 100, flip 3, 200, maybe, and get impact on all the monkeys. Oh, it's Simipour that has the fun art. If I see a Simipour, I'll make sure to point it out. Because, the art on that Simipour is just amazing. And a Mew V, that's good. I actually want that because I want to build a deck. Yes, it only has 180 HP. Yes, it's weak to Eternatus VMAX. But it has free retreat. X-Ball does 30 times each energy attached to both active Pokemon. It still works with Spell Tag. It works with Horror Psychic Energy. I think I can make this work right before Spell Tag and Mysterious Treasure rotate. I think. And then there's Cape of Toughness. Basic Pokemon gets plus 50 HP. That's a really good card. And you should definitely get your Cape of Toughness now. If they're not too expensive. And Corviknight. You may put one of your Pokemon, except any Corviknight, and all attached cards into your hand. There's probably a combo that I'm not thinking of, but there's definitely a combo there. And I didn't even know Pinsirchin was in the set. Double draw 2 cards, Zing Zap. They gave this a holo. They gave a Pinsirchin a holo. And it's a terrible card. I didn't really even read it, but I'm assuming it's terrible. There's another Piers. There's a Psychic type Gramble. Very weird seeing it Psychic and not Fairy, considering it's the Fairy Pokemon. But they got rid of Fairy types in the TCG, so... And Dragon types. So you'll be seeing Pokemon in types you've never seen before. And my first Galarian Mr. Rhyme, the Mad Partier himself. I definitely need more of that. And so I think in a few packs I'll be done my first quote-unquote booster box. I'll say unofficially it'll be, 39 packs? No, 40 packs. That's right. Another Mr. Rhyme. That's good. So in 2 packs, I'm done my first booster box. You should expect about 8 hits in a real-life booster box. No Delcatty. You're a bad card. So this is the final pack in my first booster box. And so to recap, my first booster box had a Galarian Stunfisk V, a Grimmsnarl VMAX, and a Mew V. That was it. I should probably, I'll reset the luck. I will exit out of this and I'll reset the luck as long as I don't get a new hit in the next 4 packs. Sometimes you just gotta exit out and reset the luck. There's a Darkrai Hollow, and I'm still pulling new commons at this point. That is nuts. So 2 packs to get a hit, or else I reset the luck. 1 pack, and that's just horrible. A stage 2 that maxes out at 130. That is not... And more commons? What is... my head's exploding. Okay, so final pack. I think I'll reset the luck regardless. This is just sad at this point. Oh yeah. Very sad. Okay. Hey, trade's complete. What do you think it is? I say it was... Whoa, I traded a Pokemon Breeders Nurturing for a Rebel Clash pack. That just goes to show you. Prices are always inflated on day 1, even for a supporter that's not that good. Alright, so second unofficial booster box. Let's go. I have 3 hits in 40 packs. This is not good. Okay. Resetting the luck worked. Full art Pokemon Breeders Nurturing. I'll definitely put that for trade. Because I don't care about rarity on day 1, that's for sure. And there it is. Do you see it? Do you see the card? No, I'm not talking about Simisage. I'm not talking about Panpour. I'm talking about Simipour. Look at that art. It is the Geyser Pokemon. Just marvel at this art. And don't marvel at the fact that I pulled my first Turbo Patch 40-something packs in. I had to trade for a bunch of them because I didn't want to take a risk, but... I mean, this is the highlight of the pack right here. Like, come on. Give me 100 of those and I won't have enough. Okay, what do I got now? Lugia. Didn't even know Lugia was in the set. Probably because it doesn't do anything. So my second booster box is doing better than my first. And there's another... Okay, this could have been a Crobat. This could have been a Crobat, but it's another Mew V, and I'm still getting commons. I have to count the Mew V. I was going to have to get it somehow, I guess. And another Mimikyu. So the hits aren't great. The non-hits are actually pretty good, except for that Lugia. There's just another Volcarona. That was a pretty bad pack. Okay, come on. Triple Yellhorn? No, a Surfetched. Like, they literally just reprinted the one. So that's this one, that's that one. Literally the exact same card, and they only reprinted it because it's in the theme deck. I don't agree with that practice, but it's what they did. And they still kept it a rare for some reason. And double new commons. And another Milotic. Okay. I'm going to have a lot of cards that I don't need at the end of this. And a lot of cards that I need, I'm not going to have. Didn't think so. I tried holding my breath. That didn't work. So box number 2 is 1 hit behind box number 1. And there's another Arctozolt. So I can build the deck. I'll just have mixed matched art, right? Oh, they put all the fossils. They put every single fossil together. So I don't have a Dracovish. I don't have an Arctovish. I have 4 Arctozolt. I have 5 Dracozolt. I'm sure I traded for some of those. But I have my Arctozolt. I got another Simipour. I got another Spikemyth. I mean, this isn't going great. But I'm finally picking up on those Simipour. And if you're wondering about the value of some of these cards right now at launch. Can't be paralyzed. Okay. Let me see, I wrote it down somewhere. Yes, Eternatus VMAX is about 20 Darkness Ablaze packs right now. Butterfree V. You know, I feel really bad for Butterfree V and VMAX. Like, this is just not a good card. Like, compared to other VMAXs. It has 300 hit points. Gmax Tox Breeze does 150. Your opponent's active is confused and poisoned. It's just not amazing. I'm sure I'll build a deck with it, but it just doesn't excite me. You know, I just wish it was slightly better. And what's his Heatran doing? 10 damage for each damage counter? Okay. But yeah, Eternatus VMAX is 20 Darkness Ablaze. Crobat V is 30 Darkness Ablaze. And there's the Hoopa. I forgot about that one. Assault Gate 90, it's basically Zapdos. It isn't affected by weakness, and it has to switch into the active to work. You know, it's just a fine attacker in something like Eternatus VMAX to help deal with single prizers and something like Jirachi. So it's definitely a card that I want. You know, Hoopa has had a long streak of being a useful card. And what do we got? Nothing. Why is this a rare? Why is that a rare? I mean, I'm finally picking up on those turbo patches, though. That's pretty good. And Toxtricity. Definitely putting that for want. And that's a holo. It deserves a holo. It is that amazing. Crobat. Hey, a full art Kabu. That must be worth something right now, right? You know, it's not the best supporter ever. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 4 cards. If you only have one Pokemon in play, you draw 8. So for VMAX decks, that's amazing, both early game and late game, as long as you manage your bench properly. So that's really good. And Wigglytuff in a Psychic type. It's the Balloon Pokemon, and you can do 90 damage if you flip 2 heads. That is not good. And I only have 2 Dedenne Mad Partiers? That is not good at all. And there's another Mimikyu. Okay, so I'm down to my last 16 packs. If I pull a Crobat V, that is worth 30 packs. I would be so happy. There's Copperajah. I need that as well because Copperajah is awesome. So Crobat V is 30 packs. I need that. Eternatus VMAX is 20 Darkness Ablaze. I need that. Vikavolt V is 10. I need that. And I go all this time without a Copperajah, and then it's in back-to-back packs. Explain PTCGO to me, please. I would really like to know. And there's a Suicune. Okay. I think that's in the theme decks, probably in non-holo, so I don't need to mark that for want. But it seems good. Put 2 energy attached to this Pokemon into your hand. So you just play that with Frostmoth, and you're doing 130 turn after turn. So it's not bad. It's a pretty good budget deck. And just another Darkrai. Okay, so we're almost in the final 10. I need the hits to start piling up. And there's a... Oh, jeez. I need the good hits to start piling up. There's a Full Art Houndoom V. No one's playing Houndoom V right now. Maybe post-rotation, but not right now. There's just a Melmetal, a supercharged Melmetal. There's a reverse holo Poltegeist that won't get out of the way. Okay, so obviously box number 2 was better, but I'll take it. I need an Eternatus V. That'd be awesome if it was Eternatus V and then a VMAX right after. You know, this is going for about 8 Darkness Ablaze right now, so that's really good. But all in all, even if I pull a Crobat V right here, this was still kind of a... Okay, I don't know what's going on in these final packs, but the hits are starting to roll up. And it'd be hilarious if I just end on a crazy streak. More Arctozolt, okay. And I run out of packs. And it'd be like, well, that's kind of a slap in the face. I went through all these packs for nothing, and the hits just keep piling up somehow. Okay. So that's my second Butterfree. I have 2 Butterfree. I have 2 Mew. I think the game's trying to tell me something. There's another Flygon. And it's going to be so much work getting rid of all my excess for what I need. There's Dracozolt. So, final 4 packs. Please tell me I get something good here. That's just a Wigglytuff. That's not something good. Come on. Come on, PTCGO. Rainbow Rare Pokemon Breeders Nurturing. Okay. Don't quite know why I'm pulling, these ones. It could be something better like Secret Rare Turbo Patch. And my final Darkness Ablaze pack on day 1 is... Oh, it's a double hitter. So it's a Lugia, and please tell me it's a Secret Rare Turbo Patch. It's my first non-holo Golurk, and it has an attack called Golurk Hammer, and that is just the saddest thing I can think of. And yeah, those last 2 are tied up in trades right now, so I will cut straight to the hit, and it's going to be real sad. And this is what I pulled from, 76 packs of Darkness Ablaze. I had 12 hits. That is not great. Eternatus V is definitely the standout here. I think the Full Art Kabu is probably number 2, with Grimmsnarl VMAX probably in 3rd. All in all, though, this is not a great opening. This is why you buy singles and you don't open packs, because at launch you spend an inflated amount of money just to get the codes, and then you get hits like this, and it just hurts your brain. But luckily I have so many coins. What are they? Points, coins, tokens, whatever they're called. I have a ton set up, saved up, and I will spend them tomorrow. I will be opening 100 packs of Darkness Ablaze. Hopefully the luck is better, because I definitely need it. So thank you for watching. I will see you probably tomorrow with a Decidueye deck, and I don't know, if I can get some Vikavolt, I'll build a Vikavolt deck, but at the rate I'm going, I'm building Butterfree or Mew or something. I'll see you then.